Hello, I'm Martin McGill. Welcome to the decoy. We're here in the back of the decoy pond. Welcome to another Slimbridge Wildlife Weekly. In this week's episode, we're looking at some of the winter arrivals that have just shown their faces for the first time on the reserve, some of the geese. We're looking very closely at the Severn boar out on the estuary, the tidal wave that comes in, the spectacular force, and also sort of last throw of the dice really for some of the summer species. So we're looking at some of the insects which are still present on the reserve. We've got a few geese that have popped up on the reserve over the last few days. They are just the sort of first individuals to arrive, so the main flocks aren't going to be here for a little while yet. We've got one pink-footed goose that popped in last week. It's still here. It's highly likely to have left Iceland with its family, but it's lost them en route somewhere along the line, or possibly they may have even been hunted somewhere, so it's parentless. But he's actually hooked up with some of the local greylag geese and is just doing what they do, which is quite normal for lost wild geese here. We're getting quite excited about it. It's a very confiding bird, but when you compare to the sort of numbers which are at Martinmere at the moment, I think they've probably got the edge on us at the moment. We've got one, and they've got around 46,000. Now we're also very excited. The first two white-fronted geese arrived on the Dumbles on Sunday. That's good to see them back, and hopefully we will get a few more hundred before the winter's out. But a little bit of migration's been in the air. Certainly large numbers of Buick swans and Russian Brent geese have been leaving the tundra and have been seen on the move. So Buick swans have reached Estonia. Brent geese have been moving down through the east coast in the UK in large numbers. So we're just starting to see the sort of first birds on the move. But hang on, we've got a while before the numbers build up here just yet. We've still got a little bit more work to do. The tides are fantastic at the moment. We've got a high tide period flooding onto the Dumbles yet again, and the cattle have now been brought in off the Dumbles. It's being left to the birds now. So we've pretty much finished what we need to do out there and handing it over to the wild birds for the numbers to build up. So the tide rips in each day, got it coming through twice a day. The force behind it is absolutely incredible. The main channel has changed over the last few months, so it's actually cutting in off the edge of the Dumbles, and it's caused quite a bit of erosion. Where you had a huge mud shelf out there on the estuary, that has been undercut continuously over the last couple of months. All the sand and silt is falling into the water, and it's redistributing around the estuary, so the mud's looking pretty good. And it's bringing in lots of birds. So the teal, pintail, widgeon and the wading birds are all coming in within scope range of the Holden Tower. So it's a good time to, next few days, come down and see what you can see out on the Dumbles. Well, it's raining right now, so it's not going to be very good for insects at this moment in time. But earlier on in the day, the sun was out, it was quite warm, and we're still seeing some of the insect species which are still on the wing. So some of the butterflies, there's the ones which are very familiar to most of us, things like red admirals. But if you look carefully, there are still a few common blue butterflies, and there's also this migrant species which comes in, which is still around, which is the clouded yellow. So if you get a warm sunny spell, they're still around the reserve. Just check out anything that moves with fluttery wings. Got a good chance of catching up with one of those species. Now it's also a good time of year for hornets, particularly around ivy. Certainly if you look around the in focus shop around the rushy, the ivy on the wall there is alive with insects. If you stand there when there's no breeze, all you can hear is the humming of wings. Now we have got a little bit of footage here demonstrating how the hornet, this huge, looks like a giant wasp, huge big eyes on there, is actually chewing up wood and turning it into a pulp, which then it can create the sort of paper that it uses to build the nest. And the wasps do the same thing, but it's really good to get some nice close-up images of this actually going on. Well, moving on to the weather, this week will be quite changeable, so it seems more the sort of weather that we get in October, some showers, and still we're getting some sunny spells. But it is starting to move some winter birds around. We've got golden plover, the numbers just starting to appear on the Dumbles. Other species that we associate with winter are showing their faces around the site. If you've enjoyed this video, then feel free to share it with your family and friends on Facebook or Twitter. Or should you want any more information or keep up to date with what's going on, then do subscribe to our YouTube channel or visit the website. We do update the wildlife sightings very regularly, almost daily, just to keep you in the loop as to what's going on here.